Hello, Assalamualaikum, and very good afternoon to my lovely lecturer, Medu Umi, and my fellow friends. So today me and my group will be presenting about the importance of ancillary revenue of Etihad Airways and Wizz Air. So first of all, let me introduce my group members, which is me, myself, Mohamed Haziq, Mohamed Fahmy, Sharifah Zainab, Ahmad Aqil, and Nabilah Rahmat. So I will begin my presentation for the next point. So next slide, please. So first of all, I will introduce about ancillary revenue generally. So ancillary revenue is the additional income indeed earned by the company and gained from the revenue sources, which is not from their main products or services. So it is been doing for a particular company or firm, something like that. So everything in this world has a pros and cons. So same as ancillary revenue, which is it also have advantage and disadvantage. We go through the advantage first. The advantage of ancillary revenue is the company will get extra income apart from their primary products, same as the definition itself of ancillary revenue, which is the company will gain more profit from the not from their main product, which but from other product that they will provide it. So the next point is improve the market reputation. When the company make the ancillary revenue, then the market reputation of the company will be increased and people will can know more about the company. So we go to the third point, which is generates the scope of the employment. If the company proceeding the ancillary revenue in for their profit, then the job scope will be more bigger and the recruitment of the employees will be more and can give a chance to more people to work. Then after that we go to the disadvantage of ancillary revenue. So the first one is it can leave the scope of doubt amongst the customer, which means it can make the customer or passenger have a hesitation to use the product and services that be provided by the company. So the next disadvantage of ancillary revenue is customer may or may not optimizing the additional service that has been provided by the company, which means they will the risk is they will not or they will use. So it can be a risky for the company to apply the ancillary revenue itself, but it can show the high risk we take, then high reward we get. So to the next slide, please. So these are the ancillary revenues category, which has four, which is a la carte commission-based products, advertising, and frequent flyer activities. So we go to one by one. So the first one is a la carte. A la carte are the products and services that passengers or the consumer ad hoc basis, which is different airline will provide different product and services. So basically, a la carte will be used or had be used by a low-cost carrier airline. So, for example, they will provide the in-flight meals, drinks, baggage, and many more. So we go through the next category, which is commission-based product. Commission-based products can be defined as the product that are sold by the third parties, but the airline company will get the commission by the sales of the products. The rate of the commission will be set by the negotiation between the airline company and the company that want to collaborate with the airline company. So for the example, like the hotel rooms or car hire. We go through the next point, which is frequent flyer activities. So most people doesn't know about the frequent flyer activities. It's actually the concept where the passenger will collect points to redeem for their future flight, which means the other company, which is the party company, will collaborate with the airline company and make the like credit card and use it to redeem point by the third party, and the customer that earn the point can use the point that they have been redeemed to use for their future flight. So the last one is advertising. So advertising is the method of ancillary revenue, which is about selling the advertisement of the third parties company. So there are many ways for airline to promote the advertisement, such as promote it at the in-flight, which is at the seat back or at the tray table. So can move to the next slide. So this is the total ancillary revenue in the airline industry from 2011 to 2020. As we can see, the statistics shows that the airline company that had been used or that had been provided the ancillary revenue had been grown successfully from 2011 to 2019. For 2020, we had COVID-19, right? So it dropped immediately. So this is one of the proof that ancillary revenue is successfully grown the airline company. So the next slide, please. So this also one of the proof for the low-cost airline company, which is jet2.com. As we can see, the statistics shows that the growth of the jet2.com from year by year. And this is one of the proof that that other airline can take to make an example for their growth of the company and successfully. So that's all from me. Thank you. I will pass to my friend for the next agenda.
Okay, for the next presenter will be me. My name is Nabilah Zafirah Binti Rahmat. I will be explaining about Etihad Airways for full services network carrier, which means Etihad Airways offer a number of optional products and services for an additional fee. For the next slide, I'll be explaining about Etihad Airways Ancillary. There's 2 points I will be share with you guys, which is new dining experience and seatback screens wireless in-flight entertainment. For the new dining experience, Etihad has been launched a redesigned complimentary dining concept on all its flight on journey of over 3 hours. The main course of the core complimentary dining services is now a larger contemporary bistro style meal with higher in quality and focus on a fresh seasonal ingredients and more destination focused choices. A new curved triangular base plate design reflects the heritage of Abu Dhabi and is made using a recycled materials. New cutlery is 85% lighter than the other containers supporting it, reducing the aircraft weight and fuel burns. Each year, the airlines will also remove the 27 millions of plastic lids. For the seat back and screen wireless in-flight entertainment, passenger will be able to log on or connect to the in-flight entertainment system via the web browser to wirelessly stream more than 300 hours of free IFE content through the onboard Panasonic EXW system directly to their own devices. To view a wider range of entertainment programming, including more Hollywood blockbuster, international movies, and premium TV programming. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, for the excess and oversized baggage, the passenger will pay for the excess baggage quickly, easily online up to 30 hours before their flight. Means that passenger can visit a manage.my booking and get up to 30% off is their Etihad Airways standard rates. The passenger also can access baggage when you check in online, available to 1 hour before your flight or when you check in at the airport. All excess baggage payments are non-refundable. So if you are carrying the items that are larger than our standard baggage dimension, the weight is no more than your maximum baggage allowance, you will just charge on oversized baggage fee each way of your flight lah. Individual items is weighing more than 32 kg and the single dimension longer than 300 centimeter will not be accepted. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, for the reserve your seat, Etihad Airways is focus on the reserve your seat, which means you can pay to guarantee on economy standard seat anytime from the moment you book your ticket. Economy standard seat is start from USD 10 to USD 30 depending on the route. As soon as online check-in opens 30 hours before your flight, you can reserve your seat for free. You can book economy standard seat up to 1 hour before you fly. If you are like extra, if you are likely need an extra leg room, you can pay to a reserve in a seat economy space. They call economy space, ranging from USD 30 to USD 180, depending on the route and flight too, or even a bit to keep up to 3 neighboring seats free. Okay, moving on to the next slide, please. For the optional services and fees, there will be 3 points here, which is we call as a special assistant for expectant mothers, medical assistant, and unaccompanied minors. For the expectant mothers, if you are planning to fly during your pregnancy, it's likely you have some questions about whether it's safe for you to travel or not. Here's everything you need to know about flying as an expectant mother. Depending on the stage, we will Etihad Airways, depending on their stage of pregnancy, means that you may require a medical certificate before you clarify to fly or to travel. To make a life a bit simpler, we created a certificate that you can print out and take directly to your doctor or to a midwife lah. But during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy, you do not need a medical certificate before for you to travel. So for the next point is medical assistant. Medical assistant is it's our priority is that you fly comfortably and safely. If you require a wheelchair, please request one or no more than 48 hours before your flight. We may not be able to provide you with a wheelchair, otherwise your travel plans may be disrupted. For the third point is unaccompanied minors, means that Etihad Airways will take extra care of children flying alone to make sure they have a safe and happy journey with total peace of mind for their parents too. Our accompanied minor service is available for children aged 5 to 17 years old. They are focusing on first thing that you need to do is book your child's flight first lah. Okay, moving on to the next slide. For the commission-based product and services for our Etihad Airways is free stopover in Abu Dhabi, which means you need to choose from the 2 stopover options to explore the city that we call homestay 2 nights on us with our free stopover or stop by for longer with our 2 for 1 ID. Which is their step for you to book the stopover in Abu Dhabi for their passengers. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, for the Etihad Airways frequent flyer program, they're focusing on member card, which is they call Etihad Guest. Means that passenger can fly with their miles such as discover the world with your miles. If you've been saving up Etihad Guest miles, maybe it's time to exchange them for a free flight. Collect miles and rewards on flights or purchases with Etihad Guest. Enjoy the travel benefits such as lounge access, excess baggage allowance, and much more. For the next slide. Etihad Airways advertising is in-flight magazine advertising. For Etihad Airways is the company seeks to reflect its values of Arab hospitality and to strengthen their Abu Dhabi's reputations as a premier business and holiday destinations. Etihad is one of just 9 airlines to be certified as a 5-star by Skytrax. Discover the Etihad in-flight magazine named as Atlas, modern in its outlook, global in its perspective as well. Atlas by Etihad is an ideal companion to one of the 21st century's most innovative airlines. Their stunning photography, stylish design, and thought-provoking lifestyle content combined to create a manual for the modern traveler that should inspire them to explore the globe and to marvel at it in the equal measure, providing a definitive digest of the hottest high-end trends and must-visit destinations. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter, which is Ahmad Aqil.
Okay, my name is Ahmad Aqil bin Aminuddin. Okay, today I will present about the ancillary option for the LCC, which is Wizz Air airline. In the airline industry, ancillary revenue is revenue from non-ticket sources such as baggage fee and onboard food and service. According to IdeaWorks company, Wizz Air is one of the top 4 airlines that earn more than 50% of their total revenue from ancillary last year. Wizz Air is in the top stop with ancillary revenue accounting for 55.9% of its total revenue, which the report says beats the previous record of 47.6 from Viva Aerobus in 2018. The report includes data voluntarily disclosed by 75 airlines around the world. Next slide, please. Okay. The first ancillary revenue, which is a la carte, as is common with all European low-cost carrier, Wizz Air prefer to use a smaller or secondary airport to reduce costs and fees incurred by service usage. It also has a buy-on-board food service called Wizz Cafe, as well as second service called Wizz Boutique, which for the other item. Wizz Cafe and Wizz Boutique service begin a few minutes after takeoff. During the service, you will be offered a wide selection of product ranging from hot drink to gift and accessory. Moving to the next point about the frequent flyer program. Okay. Wizz Air frequent flyer program is a Wizz Privilege Pass. Wizz Privilege Pass is a yearly membership program which offers free priority boarding, a free large cabin bag, and a second small bag to take on board. It's easy to for the customer to sign up for the Wizz Privilege Pass to buy it. Customer needs to provide their detail, and the pass will valid for 1 year. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide. Ambil next slide. Okay. The next one is advertising. Global onboard partner and Wizz Air are offering an exciting and innovative way to advertise through onboard media campaign. It is to increase brand awareness by targeting a captive audience and positioning the brand and message on board. every plane throughout Wizz Air range of destination. Next, about the commission-based product. Commission bases are exactly that sales which make the airline commission. This will typically include product and service that are offered by the third party, which is outside the company. In exchange for promoting said product and service, airline yield a commission when a purchase is made. That's all from me. Moving to the next presenter.
Okay. Good evening to Madam Umi. So I'm going to present the slide is the importance of ancillary revenues at Etihad Airways. So basically in airline industry, airlines are actually facing a challenge from high cost structures and intense competition. So this has made airline universally look for opportunities to generate ancillary revenue that is the additional income apart from their main sources. So basically Etihad Airways, they provide ancillary products and services as their additional income to generate and improve improve their profit growth. So basically airline ancillary revenue has become a mandatory component for the revenue mix of all airlines, include Etihad Airways, as well as a key reason for the improved financial performance of the airline industry in the recent years. Okay, moving on to the next slide. All right, okay. So next is to explain more about it. I will explain a little bit about one of Etihad Airways ancillary services that actually has helped this company to increase and improve their profit growth and to prove that ancillary revenues is important asset or things at Etihad Airways. So basically Etihad Airways extend content, merchandising and analytics agreement with Travelport. So what is Travelport? Travelport is basically GDS provide business intelligence services to a wide range of airlines, travel agencies and other travel providers as part of its broad portfolio of services to the travel industry. So this is the agreement. It includes continued use of the company's leading merchandising tool, that is Travelport Rich Content and Branding, and also Travelport Sponsored Flight, as well as its business intelligence solutions for airlines, that is Travelport Business Intelligence. So Travelport is a travel commercial platform, has signed a new multi-year content agreement with Etihad Airways. So in addition, Etihad has also renewed its contract with Travelport Digital to continue extend their digital reach and deliver innovative mobile services to its customer. Next slide, please. Okay. The Travelport Business Intelligence is used by the Etihad to arm its sales, marketing, and also network planning teams with the information that required to respond effectively to industry change, minimize operating costs, and also increase profits. So the Travelport Sponsored Flight digital media offering is then used by the airline, by the Etihad itself, to further promote its flight options through highly targeted advertising solutions. So the airline achieved this by drawing on analyzing the historical and current route demand, pattern, and travel-related content capture through Travelport, travel commercials platform to uncover market trends. So basically, Etihad Airways, they use this platform to focus and uncover market trends so that they can know what route that they're gonna open soon and others. So last but not least is that one of the vice president of platform, he said that Travelport's age in technological innovation, mobile engagement platform, merchandising and intelligence helps us ensure we have the right content promoted to the right audience at the right time in the right way. So this provides us with an important competitive edge, which we value greatly, especially in today's highly competitive environment. So that's all for me, madam. Thank you.
All right, next. Next slide. All right. So I'll be the next presenter. I'm going to present short and simple. So the next one is actually importance of ancillary revenue for Wizz Air. So I'd like to explain about the ancillary services first. So for me, the more customer they attract, the more revenue that they can generate. Like for example, the frequent flying program, like Aqil explained just now, which enable their customer to travel with priority when the points collected are enough. So it is one of the strategy for every airline to attract their customers. In addition, ancillary revenue also enables Wizz Air to maintain its lower fares, and somehow they also can lower its fares, its flight tickets without affecting their revenue. According to the co-founder and chief executive of Wizz Air, Joseph Varadi, he said that he is investing in lower fares, and it enables Wizz Air to stimulate the marketplace and get more people interested in flying. So it means that their airline, which is Wizz Air, is not relying on to the ticket sales only, but with ancillary revenue, the flight tickets might be fluctuate depending on the market response, but the other services remains relatively stable. Another example is like a commission-based product where Wizz Air made a collaboration with Booking.com, as you can see on the slides. It is a company that enables the customer to book hotels online. When customers book an accommodation through the website, they need to enter the 10 digits of Wizz Air account number on their card during the booking process, and Wizz Air will credit an amount of 5% value back or cashback. This strategy really can attract the customer to fly with Wizz Air. So we move to the next slide. Next slide. And so this is actually the importance of revenue, ancillary revenue for Wizz Air. So as you can see the statistic here, it shows the increasing number of ancillary revenue for Wizz Air. In 2014, the airline recorded around 353.1 million euro of ancillary revenue, and the numbers keep increasing up until 2020, which recorded around 1.2 billion euro. So as you can see in 2020, the improved results for that year occurred because of the flight tickets were discounted during the pandemic of COVID-19, and the rates for a la carte services were significantly higher, such as check-in baggage and assigned seating in the aircraft. So that is why in 2020, the airline able to generate higher profit from ancillary revenue. It means that the ancillary revenue really can help to stabilize the economy for an airline, which is Wizz Air, even though the price of the tickets are low. So I think that's all from me, madam, from us. Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone for your presentation just now. So next we are going to proceed with Q&A session. We're going to start off with Haziq first. All right, so Haziq, my question to you is, just now you mentioned about ancillary services can generate scope of employment. Okay, so can you elaborate more on that part?
Okay, thank you, madam, for the question. So ancillary revenue can generate the scope of employment. So basically, the point is when the company proceeding or make the ancillary revenue in their company, so many jobs that can be included in the company, and the recruitment for the company to other people will be more bigger. So more people can work for the company. I think that's my answer.
Okay, thank you Haziq for your answer. Next we proceed to Abil, please.
Yes, madam.
All right, Abil, just now you presented on, seatback advertising, if I'm not mistaken, seatback in-flight entertainment. So my question to you is, do you think that the ideas of having seatback advertisement is actually a good platform to attract the passengers getting on board?
Yes, I agree with the seatbacks on board, because the advertisement is can encourage the passenger to get attract with the advertisement that the flight is carry on from the third party. That's all, madam.
All right, okay, thank you Abil for your question. We proceed next to Aqil.
Yes, madam.
Okay, Aqil. So just now you presented on Wizz Air Boutique. Okay,
Yes.
Wizz Air Boutique, where I've seen it in your slides earlier. How do you think the ancillary or the services from Wizz Air Boutique can generate revenue?
How Wizz Boutique can generate revenue?
Wizz Air Boutique can generate more revenue for the airlines.
So customer who use Wizz Air will buy like accessory or something to they want to get back home. So the Wizz Boutique we open a few minutes after the takeoff. So they will provide many things to the customer. So yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Aqil, for your answer. Next, we proceed to next candidate, which is Zainab. All right, so Zainab, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen it that there is a slides of travel pod for Etihad Airways.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question to you is how travel pod can forecast market trend? Because I heard that just now you mentioned on travel pod can use to forecast market trend.
Yes. Okay, so basically, as I said just now, Travelport is one of the global distribution system where this GDS is actually the function of the GDS itself is a system, is a computerized network system owned or operated by a company that enables transactions between travel industry service providers that mainly airlines, hotels, cars, rental companies, and travel agencies. So by Etihad Airways merged together with Travelport can do their B2B, that is business to business, where Travelport help Etihad Airways by giving them the website or the hotel booking or the flight booking to the Etihad Airways for its customer. I think
All
that's
right,
all.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Zainab, for your answer. Next, we proceed to the last candidate, which is Tony.
Yes.
All right, so
madam.
in your slides, you mentioned that ancillary revenue of Wizz Air are able to attract customers. Okay, so can you please explain more on that part? How they are able to attract more customers?
Yes, as you can see, like Aqil explained just now, based on this slide, through the a la carte services, which is the meals on board, which slightly more cheaper than the other airline. And also, when we talk about the frequent flying program, it is also one of the strategy to attract customers. Like the customers can book their hotel or whatever. So the point that they collected from the customer, the point that they collected, that they gain when they always flying using that airline, the point collected, they can redeem the point, whether they can get 5% or 10% of cashback, and sometimes they also able to travel for free when the points collected are enough. So I think, yes, that is one of the strategy to attract the customers.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Tony, for your answer. So I think that's all for for your presentation for today. Thank you for your contribution and a good presentation from your group. Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Okay.
madam.
You're welcome.